and get started here. Thank you for everyone joining me today. So the topic of today's flow is going to be about giving ourselves a little bit of grace. And it's funny because before quarantine, I talked about this a lot, about not pronouncing judgment on your efforts during your yoga practice, but instead just being proud that you show up on your mat. But in this time, I find that a lot of us, including myself, have been judging how we react to this shelter in place, this quarantine. And I had to remind myself that this is the first pandemic we have ever lived through, and there is no rule book. There is no right or wrong. And we need to practice reminding ourselves of that. So instead of spending our energy judging or maybe acting disappointed in how we've reacted to this, we maybe need to let that go and spend our energy in a more useful manner. So the intention for my practice today will be for all of us to give ourselves some grace. And if you were to tie it back to true yoga philosophy, the concept of yin and yang is about finding a balance between both darkness and light. And so, a lot of people think yogis are all love and light, but the truth is that both darkness and light are always present. And it's about us putting forth effort to try to find a balance between those two. And so it's okay to recognize the darkness and then put forth effort to balance it with some light. So as you flow with me today, I hope that you can set your intention on giving yourself a little bit of grace. This is gonna be a 30-minute flow. I'm gonna do my best to offer options for everybody. If you happen to be tight in the hamstrings, I would suggest 2 blocks towards the front of your mat. And let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna begin in child's pose just to allow ourselves to ground. So maybe take those knees around mat width distance, big toes to touch, hips will draw towards those heels, and let's reach our hands forward. Taking a couple moments here to settle in, to arrive on the 4 corners of our mat. And I want you to let this be a safe space for you today. Let's bring our attention towards our breath. Noticing our belly fill up on our inhales. And feel it slowly empty on our exhales. Maybe utilizing your Ujjayi breath today, inhaling through the nose, slight constriction in the back of the throat, and on the exhale, a nice oceanic sound. Reminding ourselves of our intention to give ourselves grace both on and off the mat. Good, keeping the hips towards the heels, go ahead and walk those hands over towards the right. Continuing to pull the left hip down towards the heels. Maybe apply a little bit of pressure in that left palm, pressing into the left hand, and feel the expansion of the side body. Beautiful. Inhale through center, over to the other side, walk it to the left. Reaching through those fingertips as you draw your right hip down towards your heels. Inhale some length. Exhale, hips back, maybe press into right palm. Feel that side body expansion. Good, inhale back to center, child's pose. Please remember this space and know that it is always available to you during this practice. Inhaling, tabletop. Hands come directly underneath shoulders, knees come directly underneath hips. Check out those hands. Fingers are as wide as you can get them. Pointer fingers as parallel to the side of the mat, weights in the whole hand. Let's begin with a little cat-cow. Inhale, drop belly, lift chin and chest. Exhale, chin to chest, navel to spine. We're here for a few breaths, your pace, your breath. Inhaling cow, exhaling cat. Any organic movement your body prefers, you can always take it. This is just meant to bring a little bit of mobility in, a little bit of fluid to that spine. Beautiful. Settling into our tabletop posture. We're going to immediately head to our first down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips to the sky, downward facing. Maybe you want to right. Always reminding yourself the goal of this posture is that nice, long, decompressed spine. Don't worry so much about your heels hitting the mat. Settling into our down dog, headed towards our core warm-up. We're going to inhale forward to a plank and hold, wrists directly underneath shoulders. Modification, knees drop down. Honor your body. Again, give yourself grace. If you're in the full expression, reaching through crown of head, pressing through heels. Remembering your strength. You're allowing your breath to guide you. And on your exhale, hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Adding on, we'll inhale forward to our plank. Always the option to drop knees. And with control, right knees coming in towards the right tricep. Stepping back slowly, left knee, left tricep. Good, step it back, one more each side at your own pace. Last one. Beautiful, with control, hinge back, downward facing dog. Looking between your hands, we're gonna bend our knees and walk it forward. Feet will be about hip width, torso will fall down towards thighs. Quick ragdoll. Instagram pause, but we're back. All right, quick ragdoll here. Let gravity take you. Shake out that head. If anything happens on Instagram, feel free to meet us over on Facebook. Beautiful. Let's settle into center. Slight micro bend in the knees. We're going to roll it up slow. And when we get to the top, Tadasana Mountain, crown of the head's tall. Hands are by the sides, palms are face forward. On your inhale, arms up. And on your exhale, hinge and fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, fingertips can come to shins, crown of the head pulls forward. And on your exhale, plant your palms, step yourself to plank. We're headed all the way to our bellies for this first one. Option for knees down. Let's keep those elbows in narrow towards our ribs. And once you get down, untuck your toes. Good, headed to a shoulder stretch. We're gonna reach our left arm out to a T. Press into our right palm as we open up where that pectoral meets the shoulder. If you want a little bit more, you can bend the right knee, bring the right foot behind the left. Good, next exhale, roll to the belly, other side. Left hand underneath left shoulder, right arm out to a T. Press into that palm as you open up and stack those hips. Don't take it to the point of pain, so if it brings any pain, just don't take it as far. If you're all the way open and want more, bend left knee, left foot behind right leg. Beautiful, inhale back to center. We're headed to down dog however you choose. Challenge option. Hug the elbows in, tuck the toes. Your one strong line, press to plank, hinge back, downward facing. Couple of breaths in down dog. Good, look between those hands, bend the knees, step, hop, or float forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're gonna do one sun A for our warm up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Good, inhale, half lift, flat back, fingertips to shins. Exhale, plant palms, step yourself to plank. I'm taking the first chaturanga slow. Option to drop knees. Inhale, shift shoulders forward. Exhale, bend the elbows to hug those ribs. Inhale, forward and up with that heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck toes, hinge at hips, downward facing. One breath. Good, taking it slow, three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Let's focus on going for length, not height. Try to keep those hips square as you press your heel towards the back of the room. Opening up, scorpion dog. Bend your knee and allow your heel to fall towards your glutes. Beautiful, square off those hips again, and on your next exhale, step your right foot through between your hands, Drop your back knee and untuck your toes. If you're sensitive in the knees, you might want to grab a knee pad here. I'm a big fan of easing into postures, so we're going to ease into our hips. Hands will come to the thighs. Inhale, lift the hips, and on the exhale, lower them down. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. We're trying some movement with breath today. If you know you're tight in the hamstrings, this would be your chance to grab your blocks and surround your leg with them. We're going to reach our arms up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge on the inhale. And on the exhale, straighten the front leg to a half split. So we're taking this first one slow. I want to see movement with breath, but take the breath slow. So inhale, back to your low lunge. Exhale, half split. Maybe to the mat, maybe to the blocks. Good. Inhale. Exhale. We've got 3 more at your pace. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, slow. Last one. Beautiful. I'll meet you back in your lunge, arms up. We're headed towards a twist. So our left hand is going to come to the outer edge of our right thigh as our right arm reaches back. That left hand is there to help you keep your hips square to the front of the mat as you reach your right arm back. If you need a little bit of support, that right hand can come to the lower right back and help you find that twist. Gaze over the right shoulder if it feels good. Good. Inhale back to center and then release those hands to the mat. Your left palm will stay down. Your right arm will reach up. Gaze to the ceiling to begin. And then let's reach our right hand back towards our foot. We're all going to bend our left knee. We may bend and that might be where we stay, or maybe the hand reaches the foot for a nice opening in that left quad and hip flexor. Make sure you're not sinking your weight into your left shoulder. Maintain length there between the ear and the shoulder. Good. Next, exhale, hands back at the front of the mat. We're tucking our back toes. We're engaging our back leg and with control. So feel your core fire up, and we're stepping ourselves to a plank. Always the option for knees down, headed towards Vashisthasana, side plank. Right palm will come center, so it's directly under right shoulder as that left arm lifts up. Modification, right knees down for support. Again, allowing yourself grace, listening and honoring your body. 2 breaths. 1 more strong inhale. And on the exhale, left palm to the mat. Option to lower for a vinyasa, chaturanga down. Inhale, peel the heart forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. So please know that you can always skip those vinyasas, hinging directly to down dog or child's pose. 1 more breath. Same sequence, other side. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Let's pause here. Let's go for length, not height. Try to keep those hips square. Beautiful. Open it up. Scorpion dog. Bend knee, heel to glute. Good. Back to center. Square off those hips, and on the exhale, step it through. We're all dropping that back knee. Grab your knee pad if you'd like it. And then we'll start with our hands on our thigh to ease into our posture. So pressing into the front foot, inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, lower. 2 more at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Beautiful. If you know you're tight in the hamstrings, this will be your time to grab those blocks. Let's reach our arms up. And on our exhale, half split. So adjust, find your position as we begin that movement with breath. Feel free to take the breath slow. Inhale, back to low lunge. Exhale, half split. Beautiful. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. 3 more each at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale as you take it back. 2 more. Good, last one. We'll be back in our low lunge pose, headed towards that twist. Right hand to outer edge of left thigh or left knee as that left arm reaches back. And then again, our hand is on the outer thigh so that it keeps our hips square. If you'd like some more support, left hand can come to the left lower back as you gaze over that left shoulder. So arm can be out or hand can be on the back. Beautiful, release back to center, hands come down to the mat. Right palm plants next to that left foot, and then that left arm lifts up. We're gonna reach the left arm back towards the foot, and then bend our right knee. Might be where we're at, or maybe that hand actually grabs the foot. Staying mindful not to sink any weight into that right shoulder. Create length there. Gazing over that left shoulder if it's okay for your neck. Nice opening in the quad and hip flexor. And then exhale, release hands back to the front of the mat. Tucking back toes, engage back leg. Remember, feel your core fire up. Try to step it back with control. Don't fling it back. Option for knees down. We're headed to side plank, other side. Left palm center. Hand or wrist directly under shoulder. Right arm lifts up. Modification, left knees down. Whatever option you chose, I ask that you be proud of it. 2 breaths. One more strong inhale. Exhale, right palm to the mat. Option for a vinyasa, option to skip. When we're done, you can go to child's pose in place of down dog. Give yourself a moment to get off your wrists. Option to roll them out. Good, when you're ready, inhale, table. Exhale, downward facing. So you're gonna want those blocks to stay towards the front of your mat if you had them. Anyone with those tight hamstrings at home. We're headed to a high crescent lunge. Inhale, right leg will lift. Exhale, step it through between the hands, staying on the ball of the back foot. We lift up, high crescent. Again, maybe we find our blocks, they'll be there for support. We're transitioning ourselves to warrior 3. Give yourself a moment to gain stability here. And then let's all start with our hands at our heart. We're gonna shift our weight towards our right leg and right foot as we begin to make our way towards warrior 3. Lifting that back leg, hips are square to the mat. Those blocks are there for you if you'd like to drop your hands down to the blocks. 2 breaths. And then releasing to a standing split, our hands are gonna either come to the blocks or the mat as that left leg lifts a little higher. Let the head go. You can try for a balance if that's in your practice. Good, releasing to warrior 2. Drop your back foot so that it's parallel to the back of the mat and cartwheel your arms up, warrior 2. Beautiful, let's ease into this as well. Flipping those palms, inhale, reach up, straighten your leg, gaze up. Exhale, warrior 2, one more time like that. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful, settle into your lunge in your right leg. Headed to peaceful warrior. Right palm will flip, right arm will reach back. Left hand can be on left leg or around the small of the back. Half bind would be left fingertips on right thigh. Your core is engaged, your tailbone is tucked facing towards the mat. One of my favorite postures here, very powerful pose, opening hips, building strength in the legs, stretching the side body. Good, inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle, right forearm, right thigh, left arm will reach forward, bicep by the ear. Try to make sure that your ear hasn't collapsed into that right shoulder. And if it's in your practice, you can drop your hand down or you can take that bind. Good, let's go ahead and release back to warrior 2. One more inhale. And on the exhale, cartwheel the arms to frame the foot. Right foot will step back to meet left. Challenge option, you can keep the leg lifted as you lower in chaturanga or skip it. Inhale for the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same sequence, other side. Inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, step it through. Staying on the ball of the back foot, we're lifting to our high crescent lunge. Give yourself time to gain stability. Notice if your shoulders crept towards your ears. If so, draw them away. Maybe grab those blocks, have them at the front of the mat for support. Let's take our transition to warrior three. Hands will start at the heart. Shift the weight into the left leg, left foot, as we lift off our back leg, attempting to square those hips to the mat, giving ourselves grace, knowing that it's okay to stumble and sway. Just like in life, if we fall, we can always get back up. Good, next exhale, release the hands to the blocks or the mat as you lift that right leg as high as you're able. Challenge option, one or both hands to the ankle. Good, releasing that foot to the back of the mat so it's parallel. We cartwheel up, warrior two. And then ease into it, flip those palms, inhale, reach up, straighten leg. Exhale, warrior two. One more like that, inhale, exhale. Settle into your lunge, tailbones facing down. Left palm will flip, left arm will reach back. Peaceful warrior. Continue to breathe. Good, inhale back to center. Exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm, left thigh. Right arm reaches forward. You're welcome to stay here. Try not to let your ear collapse into your shoulder. Maintain length there. And then if you want to drop the arm or take the bind, you're more than welcome. Your practice, your choice, always. Good, inhale back up. Exhale, cartwheel arms to frame foot. Left foot steps back to meet right. Option for vinyasa, option to skip. Everyone choosing the option that's best for their body. Couple of breaths. Good, we're headed towards pigeon pose. If this brings any pain, come to your back and I'll help you out once we get there. Otherwise, we have a little bit of core work before we get to pigeon. So on the inhale, right leg will lift. On the exhale, draw your knee to your nose, your shoulders over your wrists. On the exhale, drop the knee to a hover. And on the inhale, peel it back to the chest, separate the shoulder blades. Try that 2 more times. Exhale, drop. Inhale, peel up. Last one, exhale. Inhale, peel it up. And then taking it through to our pigeon, right knee towards back of right wrist. Dropping back knee, untucking toes, we'll shimmy down. Again, if you're in any pain, I suggest coming to your back, taking a figure 4 from your back. If you're in pigeon, let's walk those hands in, create a little bit of length in our spine. And on our exhale, hinge and fold forward. You can always stay upright as well. Let the head go. Regain that breath if you lost it. Returning to our intention. Reminding yourself, put your energy towards today, giving yourself some grace. Beautiful. We're going to slowly make our way out of pigeon. Hands come back to the mat. A few options here. We're tucking our back toes, engaging our back leg. You can either take it to down dog and stay there. You can take it to scorpion dog, lifting the right leg, bending the knee. And if it's in your practice, you're welcome to take it to wild thing by flipping and lifting those hips high. Whatever you chose, we're going to make it out the way we came with control. and then release back to downward facing. All right, pigeon other side, just that little bit of core work first. Inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Next exhale, drop it to a hover. Inhale, peel it up. 2 more, exhale. Inhale, peel it up, separate those shoulder blades. Last one, you got this. Inhale, peel up, and when you're ready, take it through to pigeon, left knee towards back of left wrist. Drop back knee, untuck toes as you shimmy down. Maybe walk those hands in towards the body. Create some length. And on the exhale, hinge and fold. Remember, the alternative here, if there's any pain, is reclined pigeon, that figure 4. So please choose what works in your body. No 2 bodies in this world are the same. It's a beautiful thing. Listen to yours. Couple more breaths. Good, slowly making your way back to your palms. Same options on this side. Tucking toes, engaging leg. Maybe you stay in down dog. Maybe you open up scorpion dog. I don't have the room on this side for wild thing. Maybe you have the room and you want wild thing. Your practice. Whatever you chose, make it back the way you came, releasing that foot down if it was lifted. Final down dog of the practice. Enjoy it. In that quick 30 minutes, we're able to feel just that much more open. Notice how different it feels from your first. However you choose, we're making our way down to the mat. Maybe crossing ankles, sitting over, ending up on your bottom. Legs will extend towards the front of the room. Brief seated forward fold. Make sure you feel rooted. Feet are flexed in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at hips. Lead with chest. Release that head and neck last. And in the name of giving ourselves grace, if we don't reach the feet, don't worry about it. Ankles, shins, maybe a strap. Good, inhale to slowly rise. We're making our way to our backs. I like to challenge myself to use the control of my core, but with knees bent. So feet into the mat, knees bent. You can choose however you'd like. If you'd like that challenge, arms can be extended in front of you, maybe behind your thighs, as you roll slowly to your back. Beautiful. Once you get down, feel free to take an open mouth sigh. Let it all out. Knees are going to continue to face the ceiling. Walk your heels in towards your glutes. Feet are hip width. Hands by the sides, palms down. Inhale, lift those hips for a quick bridge. And then let's slowly articulate our spine back to the mat. Once the tailbone hits, knees to chest. Arms can come out to a T if you have the room. Supine twist, go ahead and drop those knees to the right. Take your gaze left if okay for the neck. Bringing out that spine like a washcloth, all the way from your head down to your tailbone. A very detoxifying posture. Good, with control of your abdomen, lift your knees to the center and head to the other side. Knees will drop left, gaze will go right. Both shoulder blades are still planted into the mat. If your knees hover, you can place a block or something underneath for support. Good, inhale yourself back to center. Knees into the chest. Option to keep them in the chest, rocking left and right if it feels good. Option for happy baby. If you choose happy baby, your feet are flexed like you're stamping the ceiling, pressing that sacrum down onto the mat. Maybe finding movement or stillness, your choice. Whatever you chose, we all meet with our knees in the chest, giving ourselves that final hug of gratitude. And then we'll release to our final resting posture of Shavasana. Legs will extend long, taking all the time we need to get our wiggles out. This posture was by far the most challenging for me to learn when I started this practice, but I've come to learn that it's by far the most important. So really acknowledge anywhere you're still carrying tension. Unclenching your jaw. Releasing any furrow between the eyebrows. Going as far as trying to soften behind your eyes, your eyelids. And with each breath, allow your body to melt into the mat, feeling the earth underneath you support you. Welcoming you just as you are, right here, right now. I want everyone at home to feel welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as they would like. For anyone ready to move on, we'll begin to bring awareness back into our bodies. Maybe wiggling fingers or toes. Rolling out ankles or wrists. And at your pace, we'll reach those arms overhead, just like that good morning stretch. Stretching from end to end, from the toes, up the body, out the fingertips. Curling up, closing in, the knees make their way to the chest as we roll to either side in the fetal position. Using our bicep as a pillow, the other palm can be placed into the earth in front of you. Pausing here for these final moments of stillness. Reminding ourselves that this yoga practice never was about the posture. It's about creating space where you may have been stuck. Becoming aware of your body, becoming aware of your mind, and all the noise it can create. With time, allowing you to make peace with who you are and where you are at this moment in time. Pressing into that palm, we'll make our way back up to a seated position. Please take your time with it. And once you get there, let's inhale those arms up one final time. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Pressing the backs of the thumbs into the chest. Feeling our heartbeat within us, and taking that as a reminder, an opportunity to be grateful for each new day. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat, and please remember, as you head off your mat, to give yourself a little bit of grace. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you following along. I I want to thank everyone for their support during this time. We will continue to do these videos as long as we can. Thank you for your words of encouragement. I'm thinking of all of you and sending you love. Thank you again.